Hey there, friend. Welcome to what might just be the most important conversation about money you've ever had. Today we're diving into Joseph Murphy's life-changing book, How to Attract Money. But before we jump in, let me ask you something that might make you uncomfortable. What if I told you that the reason you're struggling with money has nothing to do with the economy, your education, or even your job? What if the real reason you can't seem to get ahead financially is something much deeper, something hiding in the shadows of your own mind? That's exactly what we're about to uncover together. You know, I used to think that wealthy people were just lucky. Maybe they were born into the right family, or they knew the right people, or they had some secret knowledge that the rest of us didn't have access to. But Joseph Murphy's book completely shattered that belief, and by the end of this series, it's going to shatter yours too. Let's start with a story that Murphy tells about a woman named Sarah. Sarah worked 2 jobs, saved every penny she could, and yet she was always broke. Sound familiar? She'd get a little ahead and then, bam, her car would break down, or she'd get sick, or some unexpected expense would wipe out everything she'd saved. Sarah was trapped in what Murphy calls the poverty consciousness. And here's the kicker, she didn't even know it. You see, most of us have been programmed from childhood with completely wrong ideas about money. We've been told things like, money doesn't grow on trees, you have to work hard for every penny, rich people are greedy, or there's not enough to go around. These aren't just innocent sayings. They're mental poison that's been slowly killing your financial dreams. Think about it. When you were a kid, what did your parents say when you asked for something? Did they say, "We can't afford it," or "Money doesn't come easy"? Every single time they said something like that, they were programming your subconscious mind to believe that money is scarce and hard to get. But here's what Murphy discovered that changes everything. Your subconscious mind doesn't know the difference between what's real and what you believe is real. If you believe money is hard to come by, your subconscious will make sure it stays that way. If you believe you're destined to struggle financially, guess what? You'll find a way to struggle, even when opportunities for abundance are right in front of you. Let me tell you about Tom, a guy Murphy worked with who had an amazing ability to make money and an equally amazing ability to lose it. Tom would start a business, work like crazy, and make tons of money. Then, just when things were going great, he'd make some terrible decision that would destroy everything. This happened over and over again. Tom couldn't understand why he kept sabotaging himself. The answer was hiding in his subconscious mind. When Tom was 7 years old, his wealthy uncle visited the family. Tom heard his parents whispering about how Uncle Robert had made his money through shady deals and how money corrupts people. They said things like, rich people can't be trusted and money is the root of all evil. Little Tom's subconscious absorbed all of this. So even though Tom consciously wanted wealth, his subconscious believed that being rich would make him a bad person. Every time he got close to real wealth, his subconscious would find a way to sabotage it to protect him from becoming corrupt. This is happening to millions of people every single day, and they have no idea why they can't get ahead financially. Your subconscious mind is like a garden. Whatever you plant there will grow. If you plant thoughts of lack and limitation, you'll harvest poverty and struggle. If you plant thoughts of abundance and prosperity, you'll harvest wealth and financial freedom. But here's the thing. Most people are planting weeds without even realizing it. The magic formula that actually works now. Murphy isn't just talking about positive thinking here. He's talking about something much more powerful and scientific. He calls it the law of your subconscious mind. And once you understand how it works, you'll never look at money the same way again. Here's how it works. Your subconscious mind is constantly working to make your outer world match your inner beliefs. If you truly believe you deserve abundance, your subconscious will guide you toward opportunities, ideas, and actions that create abundance. If you believe you're destined to struggle, it will guide you toward choices that create struggle. Let me give you a simple example that'll blow your mind. Have you ever noticed that when you buy a certain type of car, you suddenly start seeing that same car everywhere? The cars were always there, but your mind wasn't tuned in to notice them. The same thing happens with money opportunities. They're everywhere, but most people's minds aren't tuned in to see them because their subconscious beliefs act like filters, blocking out anything that doesn't match what they believe is possible. Murphy tells a story of a man named David who was struggling to pay his bills. David was a talented carpenter, but he could barely make ends meet. Then David learned about the power of his subconscious mind. David started a simple practice that Murphy recommends. Every night before bed, he would relax his body and mind, and then repeat the statement, "My subconscious mind is now attracting abundant prosperity into my life. Money flows to me easily and constantly from multiple sources." Now, at first, David felt silly doing this. His logical mind said, "This is stupid. How can just saying words change anything?" But David stuck with it because Murphy explained something important. You don't have to believe it at first. You just have to do it consistently. Within 3 weeks, something amazing happened. David was in a coffee shop when he overheard 2 people talking about needing custom cabinets for their new home. Normally, David would have been too shy to interrupt, but something inside him felt confident and bold. He introduced himself, showed them photos of his work on his phone, and walked away with a $15,000 contract. But that was just the beginning. Word of mouth from that job led to 3 more jobs. Within 6 months, David had more work than he could handle and was making more money than he'd ever dreamed possible. Was it coincidence? Murphy says absolutely not. David's subconscious mind, programmed with new beliefs about abundance, guided him to be in the right place at the right time and gave him the confidence to take action when opportunity appeared. The poverty programming you need to delete. Before we can plant new seeds of prosperity in your subconscious, we need to pull out the weeds of poverty programming. Murphy identifies several deadly beliefs that keep people trapped in financial struggle. The scarcity belief. This is the idea that there's not enough to go around. People with this belief think that if someone else gets wealthy, it means less for everyone else. But think about it. When Steve Jobs created the iPhone, did it take money away from other people, or did it create billions of dollars in new wealth? Wealth isn't a pie with limited slices. It's more like a garden where new abundance can always be grown. The hard work myth. Don't get me wrong, Murphy isn't against hard work, but he points out that some of the hardest working people in the world are also the poorest. Construction workers, nurses, teachers, these people work incredibly hard but often struggle financially. Meanwhile, a software developer might create an app in a few weeks that makes millions. It's not about working harder, it's about working smarter and aligning your subconscious mind with prosperity. The guilt complex. This is probably the most destructive belief of all. It's the idea that wanting money makes you greedy or shallow. Murphy tells us that money is simply a symbol of the value you provide to others. When you heal someone, teach someone, create something beautiful, or solve a problem, you deserve to be compensated for that value. There's nothing spiritual about being broke. The victim mentality. This is when people blame external circumstances for their financial situation. The economy is bad. My boss doesn't pay me enough. I don't have connections. While these things might be true, focusing on them gives your power away to forces outside your control. Murphy teaches that when you take responsibility for your financial situation, you also take back the power to change it. Murphy compares your mind to a house. If you want to live in a beautiful, prosperous home, you need to clean out the mental clutter and redecorate with thoughts of abundance. This isn't about pretending problems don't exist or living in fantasy land. It's about training your mind to focus on solutions instead of problems, opportunities instead of obstacles, and possibilities instead of limitations. Here's a simple exercise Murphy recommends. For the next week, catch yourself every time you have a negative thought about money. Don't judge yourself for having the thought, just notice it. You might be surprised how often thoughts like, "I can't afford this," or "money is tight," run through your mind. Once you start noticing these thoughts, you can begin replacing them. Instead of, "I can't afford this," try, "How can I afford this?" Instead of "money is tight," try "money flows to me easily and abundantly." The key is consistency. Your subconscious mind learns through repetition, just like learning to ride a bike or play a musical instrument. The more you repeat new patterns of thinking, the more natural they become. The scientific approach to prosperity. What makes Murphy's approach so powerful is that it's based on how the mind actually works, not just wishful thinking. He studies psychology, neuroscience, and the mechanics of the subconscious mind. Your subconscious mind operates 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. It never sleeps, never takes a break. Right now, as you're listening to this, your subconscious is regulating your heartbeat, your breathing, your digestion, and thousands of other bodily functions. It's also constantly working to create your external reality based on your internal programming. When you program your subconscious with prosperity consciousness, it goes to work immediately. It starts noticing opportunities you would have missed before. It guides you toward people who can help you. It gives you ideas and insights that lead to financial success. But this process requires what Murphy calls mental discipline. It's not enough to think positive thoughts once in a while when you remember. You need to consistently and persistently feed your subconscious mind with thoughts of abundance. Think of it like going to the gym. If you work out once a month, you won't see results. But if you work out consistently, your body transforms. Your mind works the same way. The money magnet mindset. Murphy teaches that some people are like magnets for money, while others repel it without even realizing it. The difference is in luck, connections, or even talent. It's mindset. People who attract money easily have certain mental habits. They expect good things to happen with money. When they invest, they expect profits. When they start a business, they expect success. When they ask for a raise, they expect to get it. This expectation isn't blind optimism. It's a deep knowing that they deserve abundance. They see opportunities everywhere. While others see problems and obstacles, money magnets see possibilities and solutions. They ask questions like, "How can I turn this problem into a profit?" Or, "What need can I fill here?" They feel grateful for money, even small amounts. Instead of complaining about not having enough, they appreciate what they have and expect more to come. This gratitude creates a positive emotional state that attracts more of what they're grateful for. They think in terms of abundance, not scarcity. They believe there's enough wealth to go around and that everyone can prosper. This mindset allows them to collaborate with others and build networks that create mutual prosperity. Most importantly, they believe they deserve wealth. They don't feel guilty about wanting money or having money. They understand that money is a tool that allows them to live better lives and help more people. The foundation exercise. Let me give you a simple but powerful exercise to start reprogramming your subconscious mind right away. Murphy calls this the foundation exercise because it creates the foundation for all future prosperity. Tonight, before you go to sleep, relax your body completely. Take slow, deep breaths and let all the tension leave your muscles. When you're completely relaxed, repeat this statement slowly and with feeling. Infinite abundance is my natural state. Money flows to me easily and constantly from multiple sources. I deserve prosperity and I accept it now. Repeat this statement at least 10 times, feeling the truth of it with every repetition. Don't worry if you don't believe it at first. Belief will come with repetition. Do this every night for the next 30 days, and I guarantee you'll start seeing changes in your financial life. You might get unexpected money, find new income opportunities, or simply feel more confident about your financial future. But remember, this isn't magic, it's psychology. You're literally rewiring your brain to notice and act on opportunities that were always there, but that your old programming prevented you from seeing. Murphy discovered that your subconscious mind thinks in pictures, not words. When you say, "I want more money," your subconscious doesn't really know what to do with that. But when you create vivid mental images of prosperity, your subconscious gets to work immediately. Let me tell you about Susan, a nurse who was struggling to pay off her student loans. Susan tried affirmations for months with little success. Then she learned Murphy's visualization technique, and everything changed. Instead of just saying, "I have plenty of money," Susan started spending 15 minutes each day creating a mental movie of her ideal financial life. She saw herself confidently paying off her loans online, watching the balance drop to zero. She visualized herself checking her bank account and seeing abundant savings. She imagined the feeling of financial freedom. No more stress about bills, no more anxiety about the future. But here's the key. Susan didn't just see these images. She felt the emotions that would come with financial freedom. She felt the relief, the confidence, the joy, the peace of mind. Within 2 months, Susan received an unexpected inheritance from a great aunt she barely knew. But that wasn't all. The confidence from her visualization practice led her to apply for a higher-paying position at a private clinic. She got the job, along with a 40% salary increase. The visualization didn't just attract money, it attracted the mindset and confidence that enabled her to earn more money. Here's what happens in your brain when you visualize. Your subconscious mind can't tell the difference between a vividly imagined experience and a real one. When you repeatedly visualize prosperity, your brain creates neural pathways as if you've actually experienced financial success. This is why athletes use visualization to improve performance. When a basketball player visualizes making free throws, the same brain regions activate as when they're actually shooting. The more they visualize, the more natural and automatic the real performance becomes. The same principle works with money. When you visualize financial success repeatedly and vividly, your brain starts operating as if you're already successful. You begin to think like a wealthy person, act like a wealthy person, and make decisions like a wealthy person. Murphy teaches a specific visualization technique he calls the mental movie method. Here's how it works. Find a quiet place where you won't be disturbed. Sit comfortably and close your eyes. Take several deep breaths to relax your body and mind. Now create a mental movie starring yourself living your ideal financial life. Don't just see it, experience it with all your senses. What does your bank statement look like? How does it feel to have financial security? What does your home look like? How do you spend your days when money isn't a worry? Make the movie as vivid and detailed as possible. See the colors, hear the sounds, feel the textures. Most importantly, feel the emotions of financial freedom. The confidence, peace, joy, and excitement. Watch this mental movie for 10 to 15 minutes every day, preferably right before sleep when your subconscious is most receptive. Murphy discovered that emotions are the fuel that powers your mental programming. You can repeat affirmations all day long, but if you don't feel them emotionally, they won't penetrate your subconscious mind. Think about it. When something traumatic happens, you don't have to repeat it over and over to remember it. The strong emotion burns it into your memory instantly. The same principle works with positive programming. The stronger the positive emotion you attach to your prosperity thoughts, the faster they'll become reality. Let me tell you about Marcus, a struggling artist who learned this lesson the hard way. Marcus spent months repeating affirmations like, "I am wealthy and successful," but he said them with no feeling, almost mechanically. Nothing changed. Then Marcus learned to add emotion to his mental programming. Instead of just repeating words, he would first get himself into a state of excitement and gratitude. He'd think about how amazing it would feel to sell his art for thousands of dollars, to have collectors seeking out his work, to live comfortably from his creativity. He'd build up these positive emotions until he felt genuinely excited. Then he'd repeat his affirmations with that energy and enthusiasm. Within weeks, Marcus sold his first painting for $2,000. Within 6 months, he had his first gallery show and was making more money from his art than from his day job. The difference wasn't the words. It was the emotion behind the words. The gratitude multiplier. One of Murphy's most powerful techniques is what he calls advanced gratitude. This is where you feel genuine gratitude for the prosperity you desire, as if you already have it. Most people think gratitude works like this. Good thing happens, feel grateful. But Murphy teaches that you can reverse this process. Feel grateful. Good things happen. When you feel grateful for money you don't yet have, you're sending a powerful message to your subconscious. I expect abundance to come to me. This expectation becomes a self-fulfilling prophecy. Here's how to practice advanced gratitude. Every morning when you wake up and every evening before sleep, spend 5 minutes feeling grateful for your ideal financial situation. Don't worry about the fact that you don't have it yet. Feel the gratitude as if you already do. Thank you for my abundant income. Thank you for my financial security. Thank you for the money that flows to me easily and constantly. Say it with genuine feeling, as if you're thanking someone who just handed you $1 million. I know this might feel weird at first. Your logical mind will say, but I don't have these things yet. Remember, you're not trying to fool your conscious mind. You're programming your subconscious mind, and your subconscious responds to feelings, not logic. The money magnet personality. Murphy identified certain personality traits that act like magnets for money. The good news is that these traits can be developed through conscious practice. Confidence. Wealthy people expect good outcomes. They don't hope things will work out. They expect them to. This isn't arrogance, it's a deep belief in their ability to create value and solve problems. Decisiveness. Money flows to people who make decisions quickly and stick with them. Poor people often hesitate, second-guess themselves, and miss opportunities while they're trying to make the perfect decision. Generosity. This might surprise you, but wealthy people tend to be more generous than poor people. Not just in dollar amounts, but as a percentage of their income. Generosity creates a mindset of abundance and tends to attract more abundance. Solution-oriented thinking. Instead of complaining about problems, wealthy people look for solutions. They ask, how can I fix this? Or what opportunity does this problem create? Positive expectation. They expect good things to happen. They expect their investments to do well, their businesses to succeed, and their careers to advance. You can develop these traits through deliberate practice. Start acting as if you already have them, and they'll become natural parts of your personality. The subconscious reprogramming sessions. Murphy developed a specific technique for deep subconscious programming that he used with his most successful clients. He called them alpha sessions because they're done when your brain is in the alpha state, the relaxed, receptive state between waking and sleeping. Here's how to do your own alpha session. Step 1. Deep relaxation. Lie down comfortably and progressively relax every muscle in your body, starting with your toes and working up to the top of your head. This usually takes about 10 minutes. Step 2. Enter the alpha state. When your body is completely relaxed, your brain naturally shifts into the alpha state. You'll feel peaceful and dreamy, but still conscious. Step 3. Install new programming. Now repeat your prosperity affirmations slowly and with feeling. Since you're in the alpha state, your subconscious mind is wide open to new programming. Some effective affirmations Murphy recommends. Wealth flows to me easily and effortlessly. I am a money magnet, attracting prosperity from all directions. My income increases constantly and consistently. I deserve abundance, and I accept it now. Money comes to me through multiple sources. Step 4. Visualization. After the affirmations, create your mental movie of financial success. Since you're in the alpha state, these visualizations will be especially vivid and powerful. Step 5. Gratitude. End with 5 minutes of gratitude for your prosperous life. Do this session once a day, preferably right before sleep. Your subconscious mind is most active during sleep, so this is the perfect time to install new programming. The Millionaire Morning Routine. Murphy studied the daily habits of successful, wealthy people and found they all had certain morning practices in common. He created a millionaire morning routine based on these patterns. Upon waking. Before getting out of bed, spend 2 minutes feeling grateful for your abundant life. Don't check your phone. Don't think about problems. Just feel gratitude for your prosperity. Prosperity affirmations. While getting ready for the day, repeat positive affirmations about money. You can do this while showering, brushing your teeth, or getting dressed. Mental rehearsal. Spend 5 minutes visualizing your day going perfectly from a financial perspective. See yourself making good money decisions, receiving unexpected income, or having successful business meetings. Success reading. Spend at least 15 minutes reading something inspiring about wealth, success, or personal development. This keeps your mind focused on possibility instead of problems. This routine takes less than 30 minutes total, but it sets the tone for your entire day. When you start your day with thoughts of prosperity, you're more likely to notice and act on opportunities throughout the day. The wealth circulation principle. One of Murphy's most counterintuitive teachings is about the circulation of money. Most people try to hoard money out of fear, but Murphy discovered that money needs to flow to grow. He tells the story of Richard, a businessman who was so afraid of spending money that he never invested in improving his business or himself. Richard's income stayed flat for years because he was blocking the natural flow of money. Then Richard learned about the wealth circulation principle. He started investing in his business, buying better equipment, and hiring help. At first, his bank account went down, which scared him. But within 6 months, his income had doubled because his investments enabled him to serve more customers and charge higher prices. The principle is this: money that circulates multiplies. Money that's hoarded stagnates. This doesn't mean spending recklessly. It means investing wisely in things that can generate more money. Your education, your business, your health, or appreciating assets. The power of written goals. Murphy discovered that people who write down their financial goals are far more likely to achieve them than those who just think about them. Writing engages different parts of your brain and makes your goals feel more real and achievable. But it's not enough to just write, "I want more money." Murphy teaches a specific goal-setting formula. Be specific. Instead of more money, write exactly how much you want and by when. I earn $100,000 per year by December 31st. Make it personal. Write in the present tense as if you already have it. I am earning $100,000 per year. Add emotion. Include how achieving this goal will make you feel. I am earning $100,000 per year and feel confident, secure, and grateful. Include service. Add how achieving this goal allows you to serve others. I am earning $100,000 per year by providing excellent service to my clients, and I feel confident, secure, and grateful. Write your goals on paper, not on a computer. There's something powerful about the physical act of handwriting that strengthens the neural pathways in your brain. Read your written goals every morning and evening. This repetition programs your subconscious mind to look for ways to achieve them. The obstacle transformation technique. Most people see obstacles as reasons why they can't have money. Murphy teaches a revolutionary approach. Obstacles are opportunities in disguise. Every problem contains the seeds of an equivalent or greater opportunity. The key is training your mind to automatically look for the opportunity within every obstacle. Let me tell you about Jennifer, who was laid off from her corporate job during a recession. At first, she was devastated and saw this as a financial disaster. Then she applied Murphy's obstacle transformation technique. Instead of asking, "Why did this happen to me?" Jennifer asked, "How can I use the situation to create something better?" Instead of immediately looking for another corporate job, she took some time to think about what she really wanted to do. Jennifer realized she had always dreamed of starting her own consulting business, but never had the courage to leave her secure job. The layoff gave her the push she needed. Within a year, Jennifer's consulting business was earning more than her corporate salary. Within 3 years, she was making more than she ever thought possible. She later said that getting laid off was the best thing that ever happened to her financially. The compound effect of daily practice. Murphy emphasizes that these techniques only work with consistent daily practice. Just like physical exercise, mental exercise needs to be done regularly to be effective. But here's the amazing thing. Small daily actions compound into massive results over time. Spending just 15 minutes a day on prosperity programming might seem insignificant, but over a year, that's over 90 hours of subconscious reprogramming. Think of it like saving money. If you save just $10 a day, it doesn't seem like much. But over a year, you've saved $3,650. Over 10 years with compound interest, you could have $50,000 or more. The same compound effect works with mental programming. Every day you practice these techniques, you're making deposits in your prosperity consciousness account. The results might not be immediately visible, but they're accumulating under the surface. Murphy taught several advanced affirmation techniques that go beyond simple repetition. The pyramid method. Start with a basic affirmation and build on it throughout the week. Day 1, money flows to me. Day 2, money flows to me easily. Day 3, money flows to me easily and abundantly. Keep adding layers until you have a powerful, detailed affirmation. The emotional escalator. Start saying your affirmations in a calm voice, then gradually build excitement and energy. By the end, you should be saying them with genuine enthusiasm and conviction. The question technique. Instead of statements, use questions that presuppose success. How does it feel to have abundant wealth? What will I do with all this money flowing into my life? This engages your subconscious mind in finding creative answers. The third-person method. Sometimes it's easier to believe good things about someone else than about yourself. One of Murphy's most powerful techniques involves creating a detailed future autobiography, a first-person story of your financial success written as if it already happened. Write a story about how you achieve financial abundance. Include specific details about the journey, the challenges you overcame, the strategies that worked, and how it feels to live prosperously. Make it vivid and emotional. Read this story regularly, especially before sleep. Your subconscious mind will accept this story as a blueprint and begin working to make it reality. John, a struggling insurance salesman, wrote a story about becoming the top salesperson in his company, earning multiple six-figure. You might think the biggest obstacle to becoming wealthy is lack of education, connections, or capital. But Murphy found something much more subtle and much more destructive, what he called the $1 million block. This is the unconscious belief that there's something wrong with having a lot of money. Even people who want to be wealthy often have hidden reservations about actually becoming wealthy. They worry that money will change them, corrupt them, or make others jealous. The spiritual laws of prosperity. Murphy taught that money is spiritual, not in a religious sense, but in the sense that it flows according to universal laws, just like gravity or magnetism. Understanding these laws gives you incredible power to work with them instead of against them. The law of circulation. Money must flow to grow. People who hoard money out of fear often find their income stagnating. Those who circulate money wisely, investing in themselves, their businesses, and worthwhile causes, find that money flows back to them multiplied. The law of service. The amount of money you can attract is directly proportional to the value you provide to others. The wealthiest people in the world became wealthy by solving big problems for many people. The law of belief. You can only attract what you believe you deserve and can handle. If you don't believe you deserve $1 million, or if the thought of having that much money makes you uncomfortable, you'll unconsciously repel it. The law of gratitude. Gratitude for what you have opens the channels for more to flow to you. Complaint and resentment block the flow. The law of expectation. What you expect with confidence tends to manifest in your life. Wealthy people expect good outcomes as naturally as they expect the sun to rise. The $1 million method. Now, let me share Murphy's most powerful technique for attracting large sums of money, what he called the $1 million method. This technique helped dozens of his clients become millionaires, including some who started with nothing. The method has 5 steps. Step 1, the prosperity fast. For 7 days, completely fast from all negative thoughts about money. No complaining about prices, bills, or your financial situation. No worrying about money. If a negative money thought comes up, immediately replace it with, I am prosperous and money flows to me easily. This isn't about pretending problems don't exist. It's about breaking the habit of negative mental programming that blocks prosperity. Step 2, the $1 million visualization. Every day for those 7 days, spend at least 30 minutes visualizing yourself already having $1 million. Don't visualize the process of getting it. Visualize already having it. See your bank account with 7 figures. Feel what it's like to know you never have to worry about money again. Imagine the freedom, the security, the ability to help others. Make it so real that you feel genuine gratitude for this abundance. Step 3, the service expansion. During this week, actively look for ways to provide more value to others. The universe pays well for valuable service. Ask yourself, how can I help more people? How can I solve bigger problems? How can I serve at a higher level? Step 4. The Prosperity Declaration. Every morning and evening, make this declaration with complete conviction. I am a millionaire in consciousness, and I am manifesting my $1 million in perfect ways at the perfect time. I am ready to receive and handle this abundance responsibly. Step 5. The Gratitude Overflow. End each day by feeling overwhelming gratitude for your prosperous life. Thank the universe, God, or whatever higher power you believe in for the abundance that is flowing to you. Murphy reported that people who completed this 7-day intensive often saw dramatic financial improvements within 30 days. Some received unexpected windfalls, others found incredible business opportunities, and many experienced rapid increases in their income. The Quantum Leap Principle. Murphy discovered that wealth often comes not gradually, but in quantum leaps, sudden dramatic jumps from one level of prosperity to another. One thing Murphy noticed was that some people could attract money but couldn't keep it. They'd get wealthy, then lose it all and have to start over. He developed specific techniques for maintaining and growing wealth once you've created it. The Gratitude Maintenance System. No matter how wealthy you become, spend time every day being grateful for your prosperity. Gratitude keeps the channels open for continued flow. The Service Expansion Principle. As your wealth grows, expand your service to others. The universe gives you more, so you can give more. Wealthy people who forget this principle often find their wealth drying up. The Consciousness Protection Protocol. Guard your mind against negative influences. Don't spend time with people who complain about money or resent wealthy people. Don't consume media that portrays wealth negatively. The Reinvestment Ritual. Always reinvest a portion of your wealth in your continued growth, your education, your health, your business, or appreciating assets. Money that's invested continues to grow. Money that's just spent is gone forever. One of Murphy's most surprising discoveries was that generous people tend to become wealthier than selfish people. This seems backwards to most people's thinking, but Murphy found it to be consistently true. When you give money away freely and joyfully, you're sending a powerful message to your subconscious mind. I have plenty. There's more where this came from. This creates a consciousness of abundance that attracts more abundance. Selfish people, on the other hand, are constantly affirming scarcity. Every time they hoard money or refuse to help others, they're programming their subconscious with the belief that there isn't enough to go around. Murphy taught his wealthy clients to give away at least 10% of their income, not because of religious obligation, but because of the psychological effect it has on their prosperity consciousness. Robert, one of Murphy's millionaire clients, started giving away 10% when he was only making $30,000 a year. His friends thought he was crazy. How could he afford to give away money when he was barely getting by? But Robert understood the principle that $3,000 he gave away each year was actually an investment in his prosperity consciousness. It proved to his subconscious mind that he had abundance to share. Within 5 years, Robert's income had grown to $300,000 annually. He was still giving away 10%, but now that was $30,000, 10 times what his entire salary used to be. The Success Acceleration Formula. Murphy developed a formula that could accelerate anyone's journey to prosperity. He called it the Success Acceleration Formula, and it has 4 components. Clear vision. You must have crystal clear vision of your prosperous life. Vague desires create vague results. Specific visions create specific results. Unshakable belief. You must believe with absolute certainty that your prosperity is not only possible, but inevitable. Doubt is the enemy of manifestation. Consistent action. You must take daily action aligned with your prosperous future. Your actions should match your beliefs, not your current circumstances. Perfect patience. You must have patience with the timing while maintaining urgency with the work. Plant your seeds daily and trust the harvest will come at the perfect time. Murphy taught that the wealthiest people think beyond their own lifetime. They create wealth not just for themselves, but for future generations. This legacy mindset actually accelerates wealth creation because it requires thinking bigger and longer term. When you're building wealth just for yourself, your subconscious mind limits you to what you personally need. But when you're building wealth for your family, your community, or for causes you care about, your subconscious mind opens up to much larger possibilities. Margaret, a single mother working as a teacher, adopted the legacy mindset. Instead of just trying to pay her own bills, she started visualizing creating enough wealth to provide college education for her daughter and to fund scholarships for other deserving students. This bigger vision inspired Margaret to write children's books in the evenings. Within 3 years, one of her books became a bestseller. Within 5 years, she had created enough wealth to not only secure her daughter's education, but to establish a scholarship fund that helps dozens of students every year. The fear transformation technique. Fear is one of the biggest blockers of prosperity. Most people are afraid of losing money, afraid of making wrong decisions, or afraid of success itself. Murphy developed a technique for transforming fear into fuel for prosperity. Instead of trying to eliminate fear, which rarely works, he taught people to reframe it. Fear of losing money becomes excitement about making wise investments.